Waiting for this YouTube live to get going. And I think it is finally going. So please bear with me. You know me, I'm always trying to adjust the screen because I do like to be able to see those of you in the chat room, because it makes me feel like, you know, we're actually all here together, which we are. And those of you there in the chat room can interact with each other. And I like to be able to do that as well. So let me see. I tried to light the candle, but there wasn't that much fuel left in it, so it didn't stay lit very long. And I need to go buy some new candles. How is everyone today? And let me know if you can see me or hear me. Maybe I need to tell everyone to come out and go back in. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to give everyone a moment. Okay, so I'm just going to give everyone a moment. And let's see, do while I wait. And since there is no incense, not incense, there's no candle, I will go ahead and light some incense. All right. Okay. All righty. So I am lighting a stick of sandalwood. Welcome, Kimberly. Welcome. What I've discovered is that, okay, very good. Greetings, Anna. Okay. I'm going to light this stick of sandalwood. Welcome, Anna. Welcome, Niz. Welcome, Kimberly. I know, and Catherine, welcome. So this is our light, okay? This is our light because the candle's kaput. I have to buy some new ones. I think I'm just going to get a nice pillar. So anywho, thank you for being here today. And I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell to bring us into this space. Let me just click that. So to bring us into this space, take a nice deep centering breath. I just realized I hear my voice somewhere. I do. Oh, there it is. That was driving me a little crazy. It's like this non-corporeal sound emanating from the speaker down there. Okay, so let's take a nice deep centering breath and invite ourselves, invite the bell. Okay, thank you for being here today. Thank you for being here with me. And thank you for being here with all of us. So, the crystal that I'm going to introduce to you today is called Ordained. Here it is. See all these nodules and sort of almost, they're not quite hexagonal, but they're kind of like hexagonal shapes. And forgive me if you see me looking over to the right. Sometimes it's hard, the distraction, and it's not so much the chat room, but just the video itself. but it helps me to maintain my position in this space-time continuum. So this is Aragonite, okay? And Argonite, I don't even know if I can say that 3 times fast. Who is that, Catherine? Okay, so we're going to look up in Love Heals. Love is the Earth. Oh, also my stone book, because what I like about the Book of Stones is the twofold, you know, they give a little bit more information. Like a book that's really good is the Crystal Bible. It's very succinct, to the point, gives lots of good information. However, Love is in the Earth by Melody, she includes the vibration of the stone, you know, what number it vibrates to. Okay, just had to remember where I set the stone. Aragonite. Okay, let's find it. A-R. Okay, so Q-T-U-B. So let's see, is it in here? Aragonite. There it is. Aragonite. Okay. Okay, Catherine has challenged me. Aragonite, Aragonite, Aragonite. There, I said it. Okay, so this is Aragonite. Okay. Keywords for Aragonite are balancing energy fields, emotional healing, renewed strength, and confidence. The element is storm, and the chakras are all. And let me just bring up, what does melody, because I like the astrological correspondences. So let me bring that up. There. Okay. Capricorn. All right. So this corresponds to the astrological sign of Capricorn. So I'm going to go back and forth between these books. Ooh, I like that. And this vibrates to the number 9. So it is a stone of truth. Okay, so let me set Melody down, and we're going to, good morning. Welcome, Tan Hawk, and welcome, let's see, I think I got everyone's name. Okay, so Aragonite. These stones are, oh, there's actually blue Aragonite, and yeah, blue Aragonite as well, but we're dealing with the brown Aragonite today. Aragonite. It is a calcium carbonate mineral with a hardness of 3.5 to 4. It occurs in various colors, including white, gray, reddish, yellow, green, and blue. The most popular varieties for metaphysical use are red Aragonite, which is this one, and blue Aragonite. Aragonite's crystal system is orthorhombic. Orthorhombic. Okay, yeah, they do sort of slightly look like rhomboids. Very interesting rhomboids as well, slightly off skew. Okay, Robert Simmons, and as I said, he might be the cousin of Richard Simmons, but don't quote me on that. These stones are powerful allies for healing and balancing of the emotional body. They can assist in maintaining a center of serenity in trying circumstances and in discharging, let's see, where was I? Discharging subconsciously held tensions relating to past emotional wounds. Okay, welcome Travis, and welcome DJ Ransom. Okay, let's see. Such memories can initially occur as the vivid re-experiencing of old wounds. So that's Aragonite. It's like it helps you to get to the truth of the matter emotionally. Okay. However, when such attachments have been cleared from the body and the auric field, organite star clusters, see, it looks like stars all stuck together, can facilitate a real adventure of exploration wherein one may cruise the archives of one's soul history, recovering beneficial information for soul advancement. So it's like getting to the truth of yourself, truth of yourselves that you need. Here's a nice big one. Look at that nodule right there. Can you see that? It's a nice big nodule. These stones can help one be consciously aware of imbalances within one's energy field or within the field of someone else who holds them. They are powerful diagnostic tools for crystal workers who do body layouts. Also, wearing an Argonite star cluster can enhance one's feelings of emotional strength and confidence, allowing one to become a human star, emanating love and compassion for others. And I would also include in that for self, because as you know, as I always say, first for yourself and then others. So above as below. Let's see. These are crystals for which frequent clearing, so at least once a week, in running water or with sage smoke is recommended. And if you don't have sage smoke, you can use the peel of garlic or onion to burn. It's also very clearing. And let's see. Aragonite resonates well with all members of the calcite family. So optical calcite that I introduced you to before. And I think something fell on my baby. I feel so bad. I saw a little gash there. So anyway, so this is optical calcite, which I introduced to you once before. And never mind me kissing my crystals. I know, I'm a little strange like that. Let's see. So Naisha Asyan, which of course is her name forward and backwards, the energy of Argonite star clusters is at once soothing and energizing. Its vibration immediately spreads through the body, clearing, cleansing, and balancing all the energy systems and levels of the aura. Because of their form, Argonite stars radiate energy outward in many directions, creating a web of light force throughout the energy systems. Enveloped by this web, one feels a sense of peace and release as the energy stimulates the healing. It blends the energy of all 5 elements, creating a sense of balance and completion. And Argonite are also excellent meditation tools, facilitating connection with higher states of consciousness. Yeah, so this is Argonite, and that was from, here's the book. And I think they have a couple of other volumes of this book, or different types. So check out the works by these two. And let's see, what does melody, love is in the earth, have to say about Argonite? Like I said, it's the astrological sign of Capricorn. And here's a smaller cluster. I was going to try to figure out how to wrap this one in copper and wear it, probably like up and down in this direction. Yeah, so that is a smaller version. I mean, because unless I want to be like Flava Flav. I mean, this thing feels like it's almost 2 pounds. I could be like Flav. I could wrap this and wear it right around. It'll probably give me a concussion, as I'm sure I'll trip going up the steps. And it'll hit me right in the middle of the head. Let's see. It provides for ease of centering oneself and especially helpful during periods of stress and anger during the preparation for the state of meditation. It can also provide for insight into the basis of the problems which one confronts on the physical plane and can stimulate communication on the higher planes. So yeah, so she basically just about says the same thing. And it says the varieties from Sumeb, Namibia have purported values against hair loss and in the amelioration of wrinkled or coarse skin. Very interesting. But like I said, I like the fact that it vibrates to the number 9, which, you know, the 9 is the only number that you can add to itself. You know, it contains all numbers. Add to itself and it equals itself. It is also the gematria or numerical value of the word chai in Hebrew, which means life. So as far as I'm concerned, aragonite, 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 there you go, Catherine, is a stone of truth. So there you go. Let's see. Maybe I can set this up here and you can still see it. Okay. So I'm going to take out our Goddess Oracle cards and see what ray of the Divine Feminine that we can connect with within ourselves. Okay, so going to go ahead and shuffle the deck. Okay. Okay. Oh, let me turn that back around. So we have an interesting card. You know, the world is split between dog lovers and cat lovers. And so for today, we have Bast. Oh, isn't this so adorable? This is Bast. And Bast is all about play. So let's see what there is to say about Bast. Okay, so Bast, play. I swirl and twirl, I hide and seek, romping and ringing, funning and frolicking. My opportunities for self-amusement are endless, and the pleasure that it gives me makes me purr. Life's challenges never stop me, for I know how to hold, W-H-O-L-E, hold myself with play. Yes, Ransom, I said connect with the Divine Feminine. So actually, I thought this little poem here was kind of cute because when you think about it, that's exactly what cats do. And there's many people who will say that cats are connected to our higher dimension. You know, cats, you know, they like to be with other cats, but they're also good with being alone and entertaining themselves. And the fact that they're so playful and really delve into that play, and then coupled with the fact that they're also very spiritual animals. I mean, anyone who has cats know this. So I found that very intriguing. Okay. In Egypt, Bast, the cat-headed goddess, and Sekhmet, the lion-headed goddess, represented two powerful aspects of the sun, the life-giving, pleasurable aspect, and the burning, destroying aspect. Bast was worshipped at Bubastis, where vast celebrations were held. She ruled pleasure, joy, music, dance, health, and healing, the moon, and of course, cats. Bast bats at you with her paw to urge you to come and play with her. It is time to divert yourself with something that is amusing, fun, and totally recreational. Has play been a low priority for you? Do you know how to play? What does play mean to you? Perhaps you've been working so hard that you've forgotten to give yourself a play break. Bass tells you the way to nurture wholeness lies in engaging in play. It is time to discover the ways you are able to play and do it. DJ Ransom says, my cats tell me when something is up or there is something off about a person in case I didn't catch it. And they warned me of the DC earthquake. That is so true. Cats are mystical creatures. Cats are mystical creatures. Yeah, so this is vast. So most of us in this room are, I believe, over the age of 20, probably even over the age of 25. You know, and so many of us are so grown up and so busy trying to adult that sometimes we lose sight of what's most important, that inner child, you know, that inner 10 to 12-year-old. So Bass and myself and your inner self is inviting you to take time to play. I would even say take time to go outside and roll around in the grass. Okay, if you don't want to roll around in the grass, I get it. You know, you got to have some decorum. But this is what I do sometimes. I like to go to the park or even, and yes, I am that person, I go and pick my little one up from the bus stop up at the elementary school where we're forced to stand by the flagpole like obedient parents. I like to go over there. I immediately take off my shoes when I get on the grass. I sit down, and when I'm really feeling it, I just lay there in the grass, stretched out, and wait till the bus comes. So Bash is inviting you to get in touch with your inner kitten, okay? So when you're feeling the most stressed out, agitated, irritated, overwhelmed, take a moment to, you know, roll around like a kitten. So there you go. There is Bass. Okay, so I keep forgetting where I set things. All right, so I wanted to read another poem from Art Songs. Anna says, my cat can sense when someone is scared of him, and every time he shows his gentleness to change the person's perception of him. That's so sweet. Yep. Okay. So Art Songs. Let's go. All right. So I'm going to read a poem. It's actually a psalm. It's a little bit long, so I hope you can bear with me. It's called Let Love Draw the Line. I have to remember to hold it towards the camera and not towards the computer. The computer is over that direction. So let love draw the line. Our minds are artists, always drawing lines, making decisions, differentiating one thing from another, drawing the boundary line between this form and that. It's what the mind does. This is how we think. We define by drawing the line. And by drawing the line, the artist inside makes a magnificent illusion of distinction and various forms, nicely separated by boundary lines. But is this picture of reality drawn by the mind a picture of truth? We notice differences, we dramatize, we exaggerate, we add colors, we make it beautiful, we make it ugly, we separate, we oppose, when we draw boundary lines. Prior to all the lines, the uncreated blank page could be the ultimate ground. Indeed, prior to all lines, the stainless ground, the infinite vastness is perfect, just as it is. Yet, how can we know it? How can we see it? How can we share it unless we draw a line around it? And here's the next page, just so you can see. The soul is the bounding line, the bonding line between the vastness of ground and the limits of body. The soul is the aura, welding figure to ground. The ground is boundless. We are framing the boundless. The skin surrounds and binds the ground, the holy ground that knows no bounds. How can the ground that knows no bounds be bound within a skin surround? It's almost sounding like Dr. Seuss. To speechlessly and artlessly behold the infinite one, the inseparable ground from whence all forms are drawn, dissolves the tyranny of separation, the war of opposites caused by drawing lines. Recognize the still, serene hub of the turning cosmos as the deathless light of love in your own heart. The lines this light draws includes everything, creating patterns which connect. The lines it draws weave the world together and arise from the boundless ground. All beings and things are radiances interweaving, seamlessly welding to the boundless ground. Between our fear of failure and our ultimate potential, we are called to action. A line must be drawn. Commit to realization and experimentation. Stay in the uncreated source of creation. Leave the critics behind. Let love draw the line. Isn't that cute? Isn't that so precious? I love that. So this is from Art Songs by Alex Gray. And you can find out more about Alex Gray by visiting cosm.org, and that's COSM.org. And if you Google Alex Gray, and look in the image section, you will see vast amounts of his beautiful, energetic paintings. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, Catherine says boundaries. And that is so true. Boundaries. We need boundaries, and at the same time, we have to learn to allow those boundaries to dissolve. So it's sort of like phasing in and out. with the boundaries. And I want to do one more reading, and then maybe I will pull a card. So let's do one more reading, and this is from Eckhart Tolle, and this is Oneness with All Life, and it is the Treasury Edition Inspirational Selections from A New Earth. Thinking is no more than a tiny aspect of the totality of consciousness, the totality of who you are. What is arising now is not a new belief system, a new religion, spiritual ideology, or mythology. We are coming to the end not only of mythologies, but also of ideologies and belief systems. The change goes deeper than the content of your mind, deeper than your thoughts. In fact, at the heart of the new consciousness lies the transcendence of thought, the newfound ability of rising above thought, of realizing a dimension within yourself that is infinitely more vast than thought. You then no longer derive your identity, your sense of who you are, from the incessant stream of thinking that in the old consciousness you take to be yourself. What a liberation to realize that the voice in my head is not who I am. Who am I then? The one who sees that, the awareness that is prior to thought, the space in which the thought or the emotion or sense of perception happens. So there you go. Okay. Hey, DJ Ransom, you and I should collaborate. Yes, we should. You guys, check out DJ Ransom, the Freedomist YouTube channel. I think Sarah mentioned it the other day, if you click the 3 dots right next to the person's name, the channel thing will pop up. You can click the channel. You'll still be here in the video, but you'll also be able to, you may not be in the chat room, I don't know, but he is an artist. I mean, we are all artists. He is actually expressing himself, and he's very inspiring. So, you know, if you got that inner bug to create, and where did I put him? I don't know where I put him. Oh, here it is. As Alex Grace says, the artists are the priests and priestesses, okay? So it is our duty and obligation to create, okay? So not all of us are creating paintings. Not even all of us are creating music, you know? Some of us create pottery. Some of us create jewelry, writings. I just urge you, exercise that God-given right, that pure essence of your soul, along with being. There's being, there's that stillness, but there's also that creation. When you were 10 years old, 12 years old, you were creating, you know? It was either drawing or creating play or creating dancing. You see, I'm starting to get a little animated, so I get excited. He kind of set that fire on me just to encourage you. That is a wonderful way of self-healing, getting in touch with your inner child, is by creating. Okay, I lost my thought. Oh my goodness. All right, so for the next 2 people, tell me what deck. Put the deck in there. 2 people today, please. 2 people. Okay, maybe 3. 3 is a good number. 3 people. Which deck? cosmic, 22 major, earth magic. You have to put the deck. There you go, Kimberly. You got it. You're about to make the mom come out of me. Did you hear me, young lady? All right, cool. So this is for Kimberly. Yeah, so let someone else go today. That'll be great. So this is for you, Kimberly. Go ahead and focus on the deck. I actually got out my paints yesterday and put edges on my deck. That was fun. And then getting the paint on the cards and trying to wipe the paint off and some of the paint, it was fun. Okay, so we have Kimberly and Catherine. So I want to make sure that anyone who's doing one today, you did not do it yesterday. So please make sure you didn't do it yesterday so someone else has a chance. Okay, so this is for you, Kimberly. So go ahead and meditate, focus, connect with the cards. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle them. Okay. Let me just get the little white book out. Okay, Kimberly. Gonna split this for you. Okay. All right. Let me turn that back around. Now they're kind of sticking to each other because I put paint on them. Okay. For you, Kimberly. Universal. See, there's some paint at the bottom. Universal wisdom. That's for you, Kimberly. So I think I'm going to be able to do this without my glasses. Universal wisdom. You know, like I can see the words. They're just a little strained, which gives me a little bit of a eye headache. So let me put my glasses on just to make sure I don't goof up. So for you, Kimberly, universal wisdom. Wisdom awaits your experience and application. Wisdom carries for you release and growth. Wisdom grows from experience and is different for every individual and every situation. Wisdom is not knowing, it is understanding. Wisdom is guiding you and opening you to the greater mysteries of the universe. Live your wisdom. Breathe life, breathe life into it. So this is your universal wisdom, Kimberly. And I can tell you that from my experience of being a mother, that children are born with, we're born with a deep wisdom, okay? And as we discussed earlier, not only the Argonite stone, the vibration of the number 9, which is the truth, going within and truly getting to know yourself and to understand yourself. Also getting in touch with that inner child really helps you to sort of focus and settle in on that wisdom and the true understanding of it and the true beingness. So this is for you, Kimberly. Thank you. All right. So we had Kimberly, and then we have Catherine. Was there someone else? Okay. So next is Catherine, and Catherine wants the Earth cards. All right, there they are. Okay. And I have room for one more. Let's see. These had the most paint on them. So I put a purple on the Earth cards. There we go. Okay. So they might stick together a little bit more. So Catherine, you are welcome, Kimberly. Kimberly says the understanding is opening to me. You are welcome, Kimberly. So Catherine, go ahead and kind of meditate, focus your attention, and I do have room for one more, so if there's anyone else that wants to, just making sure that none of the cards are sticking together. These cards are quite, they have a nice card stock. They're quite thick. Sorry about that. Okay, Tan Hawk, Earth. Okay, so Tan Hawk is next, and so that gives us our 3. Okay. Okay, this is for Catherine. Okay. All right, and let me get the book out. And so for Catherine, we have, and it turned right to it, we have Green Man, Synergy. Here we go, Synergy. Green Man is Earth's vegetation personified. Although he has many variations, this card depicts a more subtle and embedded representation. In other portrayals, he resembles the face of a man covered in green foliage as branches and vines sprout from every direction. Hold on one second, let me change the page. There exists in some forms of green man throughout history and in a myriad of cultures throughout the world, often a symbol for the rebirth of life in springtime. He's also been associated with the Lord of the Wild Wood. As a representative of the plant kingdom, Green Man reminds us of the incredible synergy required for Gaia to maintain her delicate and dynamic balance among the various beings on the planet. Synergy is the interaction and cooperation of 2 or more elements that produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate efforts. We witness this in the complex and cooperative interaction between plants, humans, and animals. For instance, fruit trees propagate by being eaten by an animal and then deposits it back into the earth after digestion. And we all know how that happens. As a new plant grows, bees pollinate the flowers, and the cycle begins once again in nature's simple yet remarkable synergy. So, and this is for, I believe this was for Catherine. I believe, yes, this is for Catherine. So this synergy is inviting you to allow yourself to be open to all of the incredible ways that your life is being synergistically put together. There's a lot of incredible synergy that's going on around you. And life is guiding you in a certain direction. And so the Green Man is there to invite you to take advantage of it, to be open, to be willing to say yes. And again, I kind of see this bringing us back to that vast, that playful kitten inside of us, you know, that inner child. Children are always willing to step off, you know, like the Fool in the tarot card. They're always open. They're open to love. They're open to friendships. So Green Man and his synergy is inviting you to step forward. So there you go, Catherine. This is for you. And one last, this is for Tan Hawk. Welcome, April. Okay. So this is for you, Tan Hawk. So go ahead and focus your intention, Tan Hawk. That was a good shuffle. Welcome, Pia Mines. Okay. Oh, let's see. So for Tan Hawk, we have, this is for you, Tan Hawk, communion. Communion. Okay. So let me look up the reading on communion. Okay, there's ceremony, childhood, all right, eagle. I'm looking up communion, is the word is actually eagle. Okay, let me get to the eagle. There we go, finally. Okay, this is for you, Tan Hawk. Here, the man and the eagle make contact through their eyes and spirit. The man has performed a ceremonial calling to Eagle Brother, who now comes to him as a familiar friend. It's an intimate relationship between human being and feathered being, one of both spirit and flesh. Yet, it's ultimately this deep spiritual kinship that connects them, formed from their recognition of the sacredness of this bond. Eagle spirit is often associated with the highest and noblest, encouraging us to let our spirit soar. Through this communion, we know that we can touch the sky. We know that we can be more than just two-legged creatures clinging to the ground. We're intimately related to all of life on this planet. And it's through communing with an expression, with any expression of life, that we realize how vitally connected we are. Whenever you experience a heartfelt communion with some physical expression of life, plant, animal, human, or anything else, it is only then that you can truly feel how your life force is similar to the life force of all that is around you. It is only a matter of difference in form, and essence is articulated into the physical world in a multitude of ways. That is the same in everything and everyone, although it manifests in various shapes and characteristics. So this is for you, Tan Hawk, communion. I remember the first time or the last time I pulled a card for you, it was Free Spirit, I believe. It might have been for you particularly, I think. So, you know, you have your free spirit, and here's communion, inviting you to see how you're connected and how you can, you know, experience your spirituality vicariously as well as first person, you know, through the dragonfly, through the butterfly, even through the eagle, allowing yourself to soar. So that's for you, Tan Hawk. Communion, thank you. All right, let me check the time. Okay, wow, it's been almost an hour, not quite. So anywho, so I invite you guys to check out the video again, because you know sometimes there might be something that you miss. And believe it or not, I do watch the videos because, and I'll tell you why, because when I'm sitting here doing them, I'm so busy being in the motion. I don't always take everything in. And there are times when I open my mouth And I'm really surprised at the things that come out of it. And I'm even able to learn something that was spoken from my mouth through me. So, anywho, Argonite vibrates to number 9. Now, I'm definitely not going to wrap copper around this piece and wear it around my neck. I'll just leave the big pieces to Flavor Flav. I'll probably just do this little tiny one. Yeah. So this is the stone of truth, and it's very, very balancing. So thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you more than you can even imagine. And I invite you to make sure that you get out in nature. Okay, get out in nature. It's getting cooler now. So, haste makes, is it waste? No, we're not talking about waste. Yes, don't waste your time. Get out in nature. Enjoy. Sit on the grass without a blanket. Put your palms on the earth and sit there and breathe in. And I swear you can feel the vibrations of the earth. Okay, so have a great day. Thank you very much. And I wish you peace and great bliss. And I should be on later today if nothing comes in the way of that for our evening reading of the Tao Te Ching. Thank you. Thank you, Doc Illusion, Rainbow White. Thank you for being here. And everyone else.